What's up, everyone? It's your boy, Stump! And I'm not waiting for another Rank 101 to tell you how to play as the Breach, because I feel like this is very important information. So if you didn't know, my last Rank 101, Rank 101 number 7, shows how to play as the Coalition, because the player who asked the question asked what positions they should play as the Coalition, and I was like, you know what, screw it, I'll just show you how to play as the Coalition anyways. In this video, I plan to do the same thing, but this time with a script. But if you want to submit your ranked games for Rank 101, then head on over to my Discord server with the link in the description and check out my Rank 101 channels. Make sure you follow all the rules so that way your video can get selected. And also be sure you're subscribed with notifications turned on so you can see when I post that next Rank 101 video. It might be yours. And comment down below what other tips and tricks you would like me to show you guys. I am an open book. So without further ado, let me show you how to play as the Breach. So first we need to know what the objectives are for the Breach, and there are two objectives. The first objective is to plant the bomb on a bomb site. Planting the bomb as the Breach will reward $1,000 to all players who are still alive, and an extra $500 to whoever planted the bomb. The second objective is to eliminate all of the Coalition players to end the round. And winning by team elimination will reward $800 to all players, regardless if they're alive or dead. But here's the thing. You want to be planting the bomb first before you eliminate the Coalition. And the reason for this is because once the Coalition is eliminated, the round is over. And when the round is over, the bomb despawns. And it doesn't matter if you're in the middle of planting the bomb. You will not be rewarded the extra $1,000 or $1,500 if you are planting the bomb. So yeah, make sure you're planting the bomb, even if it's a 1v5, because that extra $1,000 will go a long way. So now that we have an idea of what we need to do, how do we go about doing that? How do we go about completing these objectives? And it's one simple word. Attack! So as the Breach, you want to be attacking 3 key areas on every single map. And it's the same 3 areas that I discussed in the Coalition video. And the areas you need to be attacking are choke points. So like here, 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 and here. Rotation routes, mainly the primary rotation route, which for this map would be right here. And then obviously the bomb sites. Attacking choke points can help provide the Breach more map control, and it helps set up bomb site takes. Rotation routes can deny the Coalition the rotate to the other bomb site. And then obviously the bomb site to plant the bomb, pretty self-explanatory. And now comes the part of the video where I like to talk about critical ops theory. The order in which you attack these areas matters, and it's the same for every single map in this game. And the order in which you attack these areas are choke points, rotation routes, and then bomb sites. You want to be attacking the choke points first because it's the first point of contact for all maps. So here on Casello, these are your main choke points. You want to be attacking these first, and depending on which bomb site you're going to will depend on what choke points you need to be worried about. Then you want to be worried about taking the rotation routes away, primarily the primary rotation route, like I've said before. I went over in the Coalition video the different types of rotation routes, so you can go to that and freshen up on those. But taking rotation routes second or simultaneously to the choke points can allow the Breach to gain more space to be able to plant the bomb. Now, you only need one player on the bomb site to plant the bomb, and that is the bomb carrier. Now, not all maps are created equally, because you got maps like Legacy, where the primary rotation route is right here in dark, going all the way across, and it's way deep in Coalition territory, just like here in Plaza, where the primary rotation route is literally through their spawn. Another example of a spawn primary rotation route would be on Village right here, where you have this rotation route right here. But even though these rotation routes are deep into Coalition territory, they can still be taken from other areas. For example, for A site here, you can have players push into landing right here to get a better view on players pushing out from this point, and also be able to worry about players who played up in here. Then you can also have players push into A site right here, and the bomb carrier can go in there solo, or if you have multiple players going into A site, have the last player in be the bomb carrier, then the other players go in before and then fight the Coalition head on here so they can take on this angle here and be able to help here. Another example like that is on Village. You can have players push up into alley here, or you can have them fight for mid control, which Coalition players will tend to sit up here. And then you can fight with utility over this roof here, and then you can have players push into A site here, with the last player in being the bomb planter, And then the first 2 players in can push around the bomb site here to be able to fight the rotation route coming from right here. So now that we know what we need to be attacking, we need to know how to attack it. And the best way to attack it is with utility. Now, I didn't really talk about how to use the utility very well in the Coalition video for Rank 101, but if I had to put these utility items in a tier list, then I would put the Frag Grenade in D tier, the Cindy in B tier, the Smoke Grenade in A tier, and Flashbang in S tier, because Flashbang is broken in this game. And I'm not going to go over why it's broken in this video because it deserves an entire video of its own. But if you want to see that video, let me know in the comments below. Also, leave a like if you made it this far. Now, flashbangs blind and deafen players within a close proximity. So if I stare at it, I'm blind, I'm deaf, I want to be a ref. But yeah, this denies information gathering, which the only 2 ways you can gather information in this game is with sight and sound. And I have an entire video about why sounding is important, so you can check that out too. Smoke grenades are used to block the line of sight of different areas, and they also extinguish incendiaries. Incendiaries provide area denial, which can help the breach push into certain areas or be able to take certain fights. And again, incendies can be put out by smokes. That's why it's B tier. And frag grenades are good at doing chip damage to your opponents depending on how close it lands. So about this far away, it does a little bit of damage, but dropping it right on top of you does a buttload of damage. This is really good for taking out players that you have broken their armor. So you can just throw it from behind a wall and just take them out like that. That's how you get frag kills. And now it's time for Critical Ops Theory Part 2. The most important utility that you can throw on every single map, every single round where utility is used, are choke point utilities. So on port, that'd be here, here, here as well, possibly here, also right here. Now, the best way to throw these choke point utilities is to have the first player in the stack. So the first player out of spawn, that player will throw the choke point utility. And it doesn't matter how many stacks of players you have. You can have a stack of 3 or a stack of 2. Whoever's first in that stack will throw that choke point utility. And the reason choke point utility is so important is because choke points is first contact. And by throwing the utility, it can change the location of first contact, which can give the breach more map control to allow them to set up for bomb site takes more easily. And this doesn't just affect the location of the first contact for the breach, it also affects it for the coalition as well. And if you don't throw choke point utility, then you're putting your team at a complete loss for that round. Now, once choke point utility has been thrown, then different strategies can be executed. I mean, you can go for a full A-site take, or you could do a fake A-site, throw utility from here, then fake all the way around to a B-site take from mid. You can also have players come in here. Yeah, but after the choke point utility is thrown, your options are limitless after that. Almost limitless. There's limitations to what you all can do in terms of strategies, but hey, you get the point. So what would a typical breach round look like? So first, before the round starts, you want to communicate with your team which bomb site you want to go to. So that way you can prepare the utility and the areas that you need to be able to take for the bomb site. So we're going to go B. And now, the second part is to execute the choke point utility. So we're fighting for choke point utility here. This is going to be my fight here. Good night, sir. And now, after the choke point utility has been thrown and we've made room for the bomb site, we can go ahead and execute the bomb site take. And see, my teammates are on the bomb site. I'm pushing around, getting the last few kills here. Last guy is mid.
Bomb's been planted.
Probably. Brother was behind me. He could have killed me. This is my first game on. Don't worry about it. Yeah, that's everything you need to know about how to play as the Breach. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all learned something today. Don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed this video and subscribe so you don't miss another awesome tips and tricks video like this. And as always, stay safe. Bye-bye.